Hey guys, it's Miss Phelps. Today we're doing lesson 1.4, creating equations. The goal is to be able to create equations and use them to solve real-life problems. Alright, we've got two internet companies. We've got Quest and InfoWest. So we're trying to decide which is the better option. So Quest is $47 per month, plus there's a $10 setup fee. And InfoWest is $30 a month and it's $100 to set it up. So if we want to set up an equation, the word per means times. So if we are going to use the internet for 1 month, 47 per 1 month, we're going to use M for month. That just means it's $47 for 1 month. If we're doing 2 months, we've got to put a 2 in this spot and go 47 times 2, and so on and so forth. But don't forget that you've got that $10 setup fee, so we're going to add 10. Now we do the exact same thing on the other side. If it's $30 per month, it's $30 times every month. And then we've got a setup fee of 100. So if we are going to just have the internet for 1 month, we've got 47 times 1 is 47. Then you add 10. So that gives us $57 if we're going to just use it for 1 month. So over here, if we're doing 1 month, we'll do 30 times 1 is 30. And then don't forget your $100 setup fee. So 100 plus 30 is 130. So if you're doing internet for a month, it looks like Quest is going to be the cheaper option. If we're going to do it for 3 months, we've got to put a 3 in here. So we're going to go 47 times 3 and then add 10. So 47 times 3 is 141 plus 10. So if we're doing it for 3 months, that's going to be $151. Over here, if we do 30 times 3, that's 90 plus 100. 90 plus 100 is 190. So it looks like this is still the better option after 3 months. So let's go ahead and try 6 months. So if we're doing 6 months of internet, we've got 47 times 3, or sorry, 47 times 6, which is 282. And then we'll add 10, which is 292. So 6 months of internet, $292. Over here, 30 times 6 is 180 plus 100 is $280. So after 6 months, this ends up being the cheaper option. So in the long term, if you're going to be using the internet for quite a while, I would go with InfoWest. Now, if we want to know how long we can use the internet and when these will be equal to each other, we just simply set this whole equation equal to 0. So let's erase this stuff right here. So if we want to know when these will be equal to each other, we set them equal to each other, and then we solve. So remember, we've got to put our m's all on the same side. So let's go ahead and subtract 30m on both sides. Those will cancel. 47 minus 30 is 17m plus 10 equals 100. Let's fix those. All right, now we've got to get m alone. So we've got to get rid of this positive 10 by subtracting 10 on both sides. So we've got 17m equals 100 minus 10 is 90. Right here we've got 17m, and if they're touching, that means timesing. So we've got to divide, because that's the opposite of times. All right, now m is all alone, and 90 divided by 17 is going to be about, wow, those were really crooked lines. It's going to be about 5.29 months. So almost 5 1/3 month. That's when the internet is going to cost exactly the same for both companies. All right, you own a rectangular lot that is 500 feet deep. It has an area of 100,000 square feet. To pay for a new water system, you are assessed $5.50 per foot of lot frontage. So we've got a rectangular lot. Let's draw this up. And it's 500 feet deep. So this one is 500. And we know that all of this area inside here is 100,000 square feet. Okay, now in order to find the frontage, so what they're asking, they want to know what this frontage is, what this side is right here. So if we want to find the frontage, well, we know the area equals the base times the height. This is our base right here times the height. So base, we don't know what it is, but we do know what the height is. So b times 500 is just 500b. And we know that the area equals 100,000. So we need to solve for b to find our base or our frontage. So to get b alone, we have our 500 here that's touching b, which means times, so we've got to divide by 500 on both sides. That cancels, so now we have b alone, and 100,000 divided by 500 is 200, which is b. So we know that this is 200 right here. So now, how much are you assessed for the new water system? So how much is it going to cost? They told us that it's $5.50 per foot of the frontage. So we've got $5.50 per means times. So $5.50 times the feet of the frontage, which is 200. All right, so $5.50 times 200, that's going to equal $1,100 to put in that new water system. Your school's drama club charges $4 per person. $4 per means times. So per person, we're going to put P for person. So we know that if one person comes to the play, it's going to be 1 times 4. It's going to be $4. If 2 people come to the play, then it's going to be 4 times 2, which is $8. All right, the club borrowed $400. So they earn all of this for every single person that comes, but then they had to give 400 of it away to pay for costumes and props. After paying back the loan, the club has a profit of $100. So after they earn this much, then they have to subtract 400. After all that, they're still going to have $100 left over. How many people attended the play? So we want to know how many people. We want to know what P is right here. Now, in order to solve for p, we've got to get p alone on this side. So we've got to get rid of this negative 400. The opposite of minus is plus. So we're going to plus 400 on both sides. 400 minus 400 cancels. So now we have 4p. And 400 plus 100 is 500. And since these are touching, we know it's times. So we've got to divide 4. That cancels. Now we have 500 divided by 4 is 125 is p. And remember, p is for person right here. So we know that 125 people went to the play.